Hello everyone, this is FrapLap. I don't normally make videos like this, but I really felt like doing it this time around. New game comes new mechanics, new characters to learn, but we're going to take a look at an old one. I'm particularly going to be looking at Falco from the perspective of someone coming from Melee. I have played all the Smash games and I played Smash 4 extensively, but I have not played any Smash game more than I have played Melee. I may not be an expert at Melee, but I find myself to be quite competent at it, and I played a lot of Falco throughout my years of playing Melee. And I wanted to kind of give a glimpse into what Falco is like in this newest entry. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at all of his moves. We're going to take a look at his movement, you know, kind of like style. And then we're going to take a look at some basic combos and like setups that you can do at like low percents and then high percents. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so starting off with his movement, as you can see, he's, you know, fairly fast, not too fast. His dash stance, if you want to call it that, it's a glorified foxtrot. It's alright, you know, it doesn't do anything particularly special. His directional air dodge, I honestly doesn't feel like it goes very far. I mean, maybe that's just me being like placeboing it, but like, I don't know, something about his directional air dodge doesn't feel like it goes very far. He still has some of the highest, he still has pretty much the highest jumps in the game. As you can see, he reaches up here towards the 10-meter mark, so no surprise there. Aerial movement speed, you know, fairly simple, plain, nothing exceptional, not terrible either. You know, a little slow. He never had the best aerial drift anyways, so it's nothing too, you know, surprising. Okay, so getting into his jab, we have two swipes into a spin and then a kick. It does pretty decent damage. It's a good tool, like, for just getting someone off of you. You want to make sure that you don't push the person out too far so that they fall out of the jab. I've seen up to 15% on this at, like, you know, like at the very most. You're probably going to be getting around 10 to 12, maybe 13% depending. They can, you know, DI outwards, so keep that in mind and watch where they're going. I mean, nothing too special there. Still have the same forward kicking, forward tilt. You can also angle it down and up. As you can see, good range. You can also pair this with the new slide tilting mechanic. So with the slide tilting, this is done by dashing forward into your actual run animation and then flicking in the opposite direction on the control stick and immediately flicking the right stick forward with tilt stick. You'll find that tilt stick in this game is more useful than it's ever been, and it's honestly really recommended that you use tilt stick as opposed to smash stick for many various reasons, with that just being one of them. We'll get into more of that later in the video. But you know, as you can see, you can kind of slide forward with the tilt. So if I just do this normally, which this is done, you can do like a dash into anything. This is a universal ultimate change, and this is done by just hitting down on the control stick. But as you can see with this, I just stop in place. Whereas if I do the slide tilt, oops. You can see I slide a little bit, and different characters will slide different amounts. It also depends on how early or how late you do the tilt. So that's always something to look out for. Down tilt, still a strong move. Can kill it, you know, higher percents, like higher percents. It's a nice spacing tool. It's nice to it's nice to be able to run up into down tilt. It's just a really good, you know, spacing tool. Getting someone on the ground or maybe shield poking with it. As you can see, it's got pretty good range. So I think about here. Yeah, it's about the extent of its range. So right there, you can see, not bad range at all. Does decent damage, 15%, which, you know, for a tilt, that's pretty good. That one did 14. Seems to do less damage towards the edge and more damage towards Yeah, so it's got a weaker hitbox at the tip and a stronger hitbox closer to Falco. So keep that in mind if you're trying to, you know, optimize, you know, percentages, then that's something to look forward to, but it's like a 1% difference. It's, you know, it's not the end of the world. And then you have up tilt, which is very different now. It's this two swipe multi-hit. And it combos into itself, which is good, and up tilt leads into a lot of moves as well, like, you know, you can do up tilt, up air, or you can do like up tilt, up air, nair, or just one up tilt nair, things like that. The possibilities with it, you know, it's pretty much an anti-air / combo tool, so being able to, you know, approach with it, with tilts, with run-up tilts, is a really handy feature. Yeah, all of Falco's tilts are fairly good. His up tilt is his best for combos, forward tilt obviously for spacing, and down tilt for things like shield poking and killing it, you know, higher percents. With that being said, now we can get into his smash attacks. Forward smash is a swipe forward like that. I'll just say it right now. All of Falco's smash attacks, in terms of kill power, are very good. They all have pretty decent range for smash attacks. There's weaker hits and stronger hits in it. You want to probably be closer to the opponent. You want to hit them with this big white, like, beam of it. You know, kind of like, or in between. You can see right here, there's this little like white part and the purple part. You kind of want them right there towards the middle of that. As you can see, it has a little bit that drifts off towards the front, and that does a little bit of percent. This does some percent as well, but it doesn't do a lot of knockback. So keep in mind that you do want to be hitting towards the center of the smash attack, forward smash, as opposed to at the edge of it. Down smash, same dual side kick that you're used to. As you can see, it's got, you know, good range still, which is good. It's good at the ledge, obviously. So yeah, I mean, you know, this is an example. Mario's not the best, you know, character to use it, you know, again, it's because his up B's just, I mean, you can't really hit him from above at least. But you can see what I mean. It's got good range. It hits on both sides, which is important. It's great for covering the ledge, like ledge get-ups and etc. You know, you can just stand right here, and you could stand right here and pretty much cover either option on, like, I would say pretty much all the casts, standing right here in the middle. So that covered that, and 90% short, it would cover. Yeah, so as you can, it would 100% cover both options. Lastly, up smash. Actually, kind of interesting this time. It's a two-hit move, which I believe is new. I don't think it did that in Smash 4. I could be wrong though. Quite strong. All of his smash attacks are really strong. All three of them are good for killing. Which smash attack you want to use pretty much comes down to just wherever you need to be putting the hitbox, as opposed to which one is strongest, and having to, you know, bait for that one the entire time. So the nice thing about Falco is that you can just kind of use whichever smash attack suits your needs, which is great because it means less thinking and more just doing a smash. You don't have to worry about, oh, but you don't typically need to worry about, oh, well, this one's gonna kill like this much percent earlier. I mean, as you can see, forward smash does 19, down smash does 18, and up smash does 20. So, you know, very minimal difference between the three. Obviously, down smash is the weakest, but it's obviously got some of the most versatility, being able to hit on either side. Whereas up smash, I don't believe will hit towards the back. It's only towards the towards front and up. So yeah, all of his smash attacks are good. You know, just use whichever one is the most applicable to like the current situation. Like if they're on a platform above you, use up smash. If they're getting up from the ledge, use down smash. You know, if you're just kind of fucking around and running and like just doing mind games, just forward smash out of nowhere or something. or you know, like approach with a laser, then forward smash, or you know, something. Moving on to his aerials, his neutral air, as you can see, has changed a little bit from melee. I mean, by a little bit, I mean it's not even the same attack. No longer a sex kick, it is now this very strange multi-hit move, which is great in concept, but very odd in execution. I find it very difficult to land every hit. I found that I can only get it to work if I full hop. So I was almost it. It's actually 15% that it can do, I've seen. And the buffering makes this really hard. You get the idea though. It's a multi-hit, all around you. Good get off me tool. You can kind of approach with it if they're jumping. You can also land with it early and do stuff like that. One thing you'll find about Falco is that he has a lot of ways to combo into his aerials, which is really nice. It's a really good thing because his aerials are strong. Moving on from neutral air, we have forward air. Same, if you remember Brawl, you'll know this one. It's no longer the really objectively kind of shitty, you know, spin kicks. It is now this spinning forward air. It is a multi-hit move as usual. It has a landing hitbox, so if you land with it, you know, it has its own special hitbox for landing right there, as you can see. I didn't complete the move, but it has a final hitbox that it does. It basically pulls out the final hitbox while you're landing, but it's a little bit weaker. Doesn't have as much knockback. As you can see right there. It's a good kill move actually at like, you know, around like the 115, 120% range. You can start killing with it, depending on the character and placement on the stage, etc. There's a lot of ways to combo into it, as you can see. It's just an all-around really solid move this time. Doesn't have a lot of end lag. None of his moves have too much end lag. But in particular, up air. Up air does not have almost any end lag at all. As you can see, you can spam it like this. It has a very big hitbox. It comes out really fast. It's strong. It's a kill move. It can combo into itself at certain percents on different characters. It is just a really good move. You can do landing up airs into combo strings, and it's just it's a really good move. It may not true combo into itself. It may only be strings, but like even so, that's a lot better than nothing. But yeah, overall, up air probably his best aerial. It starts at the back, which is interesting, as you can see. I think dead center, it does the most percent. You can see it was doing 10% when I was dead center. Or actually, when he was right below me as well. That's very odd. Regardless, up air, probably his best aerial. Though his back air right here is very good. His back air is strong. It comes out quicker than it used to. It's got a nice horizontal hitbox instead of a weird angle. As you can see, you can spam it a lot. It's strong. It's a kill move. If your opponent doesn't DI, sometimes you can combo it into itself, which is really awesome if you follow their DI. You can do it. There's you know, various ways to combo into it. You can short hop, fast fall it. It's got a very generous hitbox. I've hit people, like, as you can see, like kind of in front of me. Overall, another really good aerial. Down air is interesting. If you're familiar with his PAL down air, this is kind of similar. It's out for a while. It is still out for a while. Nowhere near as long as the melee, as you can see. But it does auto cancel, which is great. It has its sweet spot at the beginning. As you can see, the rest of the hitbox sends off horizontally, which is what you're probably used to as the PAL hitbox. It's not as strong as it used to be at spiking, but it actually works quite well as a combo starter. That was actually chill. I'm finding new combos every single time I record this. So keep that in mind, kids. 42% combo right there. Down air, up tilt, up smash. It seems like if they DI up, they could get out of it. Regardless though, Obviously, down air, good move. You can still spike with it. Spiking at higher percents, though. It's not like Ganon's down air now. You know, it's something that you throw out, you know, when your opponent's at like 70, 80%, and you try to land it. And if not, you know, it's not a big deal because it doesn't have as much end lag anymore. You're not stuck in it for a million years. Moving on from his aerials to his specials, we have, of course, his laser. Unfortunately, does not auto-cancel on landing. Still incredibly frustrating. Another big problem now is that it often, even on average-sized characters like Mario, it goes too high to do jab resets. So you're pretty much only going to be able to jab reset large characters. Other than that, I would say it's probably only useful as I'm across the stage from you, or I knocked you off stage and I'm going to throw out lasers just so there's another thing to annoy you with, as opposed to an actual pressure tool to keep the opponent at bay and control the pace of the fight. Unfortunate, but that's just kind of the way it is. It doesn't have too much end lag now, but still, it's, you know, it's not what it once was. Side B is interesting. I'm sure you're used to side B from Melee. It functions in pretty much the same way. However, there are some interesting new things that you can do with it. Allow me to demonstrate. So you can actually act at a side B now, so you can do stuff like this, which incredibly extends your horizontal recovery range. It's kind of ridiculous. I honestly don't know why they did it. The recovery was already so good. So doing things like, you know, a directional air dodge, side B, jump, side B, directional air dodge, double jump, and then up B, something like that. As you can see, Falco has an insane, you know, amount of recovery tools. It's unbelievable, and giving him his double jump back after side B, I think, is just absolutely ridiculous. You can also use side B as a combo tool. As you can see, you have to make sure that you space it right. You want to be hitting them towards the end of the move so that they bounce towards you. The easiest thing to do is to do side B into back air, but you can also do things like side B into nair like that, depending on if you land right on them. Side B into back air is probably the most easiest one to do. You have down B, which is reflector. It's the same as usual. You know, same down B as usual. You know, it's a reflector. It pops out. You know, not the combo tool that you remember anymore. Surprisingly, they got rid of its tripping property, so it does not randomly trip anymore, I do not believe. Or at least it doesn't here in training mode. I have not really used it all that much outside of training mode. It's a great way to get rid of someone's projectiles away from you. It's a great way to, you know, act as a mix-up to throw someone off. And there's a few combos that you can do into it as well. Down tilt into down B is true. You know, that's 21%, which, you know, that's not bad. It seems to be kind of hit or miss. However, it can true combo. Seems like you have to wait a second. Yeah, regardless, you know, it's a nice little thing that you can do. I wouldn't say there's much reason to use reflector outside of reflecting projectiles and like maybe doing that low percent combo, but that's about it. Up B, Firebird, you already know how it works. You already know how it is. It's got its hitboxes on startup. It's got its hitboxes while it's traveling. At higher percents, you can kill off the top with it. It carries people with it now much easier. It really locks people into this move now, and as you can see, the whole thing does a lot of percent, which is really good. It's a pretty good recovery tool. You have all your angles. Still puts you in free fall, of course. So just because side B got the special treatment doesn't mean that up B did. Okay, now to move on into some basic combos. Down tilt into upwards forward tilt though is true. That's 22%, so you know, not bad for 2 hits. But his main low percent combos come from his aerials. Specifically falling up air and sweet spot down air. As you can see, you can do quite a few things with this. At higher percents, you know, you might be able to do up air, falling up air into like full hop up air. Yeah, okay. you can do that. 19%. Timing is strict. Timing with a lot of these is strict, so make sure to like buffer your jump. I'm sure you could also do this into Nair. Again, timing is really tight. There we go. Okay, so you also have sweet spot down air as a combo starter. If I could do it. Down air, up tilt. It's pretty much the same combos you were doing before, but with down air as a starter. I would say that it requires less precise timing to execute, and you will get more % off for your trouble. So a lot of the times it makes more sense to do this instead of doing it with landing up air. Also landing neutral air, up tilt, up air. I think that's about all you could do out of that situation though. I don't know if you could do a neutral air. Ah, that was true. Okay. So yeah, you could do like Nair. I would say it's easiest to do up air though. But if you're really trying to maximize %, Nair would definitely be the way to go. But yeah, these are some basic, just 0% combos that work really well. But his best combo tool and his longest lasting combo tool is his up throw. It will guarantee into aerials, pretty much all of your aerials. At low %. As you get to higher %, only up air will become a true combo anymore. Up throw into back air is a little bit harder. But you can even do up throw into down air as a true combo, at least at 0. So yeah, all of these work really well. And this works up until high %. Around 100 is where it stops being able to be true at all. It's all about knowing how to time your jumps and buffering that initial first jump off the ground. As you can see, even here, we can do that. And into back air. And down air as well, which I actually didn't think was possible to do it as a true combo. The timing is just really tight. Once you start getting to these upper %, the timing to get these as true combos is really tight. But if you just want to get some % off, or if you're trying to kill off the top, the easiest to do is up throw up air. As you can see, around 100%, it's killing off the top of Final Destination. That's what that green line means, by the way. The green line is Final Destination, and that yellow line is Battlefield. I can show you right over here. Final Destination Battlefield. You can see you can just barely land Nair as a true combo. If the window's so tight, though, it's pretty much not worth using. Down throw is also a combo throw at low %. You can combo it into forward air if you dash, buffer or dash. Right there. So that's 15%. And that's obviously a true combo. And you'll hit all the hits as long as you don't fast fall it. You will hit all the hits of forward air. You actually have a little bit of time to initiate that dash, so you could probably do the like down throw, up tilt, up air. You know, I bet you could do down throw, down tilt. Yeah. And you know, and so on and so forth. Obviously, you do with forward tilt, etc., etc. As far as other throws are concerned, while we're on the topic, forward throw and back throw, basic get off me tools. As you can see, I mean, you can probably kill with back throw at like really high %, like towards the ledge, but I wouldn't count on any of them for killing. The only throw I've ever actually killed with was up air at like really high % on the top platform of Battlefield. So, I mean, don't expect to be killing people with your throws. They're more for either getting people into combos or for getting people off of you. With that being said, you know, those are some basic tips, tricks, and, you know, beginner combos to get you started with Falco. I hope that you found it helpful. I hope you found it useful. If people, you know, really like this, I would be completely willing to do ones for other characters that I enjoy. I'm not exactly a an expert at like every single character, but you know, I like playing quite a few different characters, and so I wouldn't mind, you know, doing some research and you know, making more of these kinds of videos if people really want them. With that being said, thank you for watching. I've been Frappalap, and I will see you all next time.